Hello everybody, Gannon here, joined by my lovely co-host, Dylan.
Hello everybody.
Hello Dylan, how are you doing?
I'm doing just great.
Me and Dylan worked together today. We closed today. It was a pretty good close. And yeah, now we're here, we're recording, chapter 1009, this one titled Hell appropriately, because in the last chapter, the supernovas up on the rooftop described fighting both Big Mom and Kaido at the same time as nothing short of hell. So now we have this chapter titled Hell, but we get to see on this website the cover of the Shonen Jump, and Luffy is appropriately on all the covers all the time, especially now because we're in the climax of the Wano arc, and he just looks really awesome. We get a really great color spread by Oda this chapter. The description, it says, the Straw Hats Otama and Komichio put hats on Jizo statues to shelter them from the rain. And we have a really awesome illustration, of course. Oda is one of the most talented illustrators out there. Just really bringing it to life here. They're all wearing really awesome designer coats. Like, dude, I want all these coats to be like real, and I would easily wear any of them. Like,
Jinbei's coat goes hard.
Oda is not only a talented illustrator, he is just one of the greatest fashionistas out there. Like, dude, the outfits that he puts on fictional characters are just so impressive and really fashionable. Just look at Jinbei, a character who's older, a fucking fish man. He manages to make him look ultra fashionable in that parka there.
Yeah.
Also, you can find the only regular zone in this picture is the fucking
little teapot.
Yeah, actually, that's the only regular zone in the entirety of the Wano arc. Fun fact. Castle interior. Douse the fire. We put it out. We need water. It burns. Also, this chapter is appropriately called Hell because there's hellish flames in this chapter. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. The roaring inferno consumes all. The scabbards and Orochi and Fukurokujo. I hope that's his name.
I'm pretty sure it is. Somewhere around there.
Now meet up in this really awesome, dojo-ish, Japanese interior hall. It's really cool. Orochi, Kinemon, Orochi-sama, they're unaware that you already met your demise once today. He looks really scared in that bottom left panel.
He does. He looks scared.
Really frightened. Like his eyes are sunken in. Please flee. I shall handle. Imbecile. I would be surrounded if I went back now. Besides, Kaido has already softened them up. Goofu. Ha 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 ha. So you're what's left of the Kozuki clan. The truth about Kanjuro must have come as a shock, right? I admit... Oh, wait. Sorry. I admit I was also shocked by Kirishiro. Goofu. I suppose you're both adept at deception. You half-dead failures don't frighten me. I'm gonna consume you and put an end to your misery. You ghosts will pay for haunting me the last 20 years. And then, hilariously, Kinemon just puts up his sword, and then I am so beyond belief happy that this has happened, because this is what they should have done to Jack. This is what they should have done to Jack. But for some reason, well, I know the reason, actually. They're giving us Scabbard individual fights now, because they are juicing up the Scabbards and making them more likable characters. So we're gonna get some Scabbard individual fights like we really need. The Scabbards all rush Orochi. They fucking murder the shit out of him. They cut off all of his heads of the Hydra. He is still not dead, though. Yeah, I don't think you could kill Orochi by decapitating him. I think that's like the mythical Hydra fruit's strongest feature, is that you cannot kill it by decapitating him. I think that's like its mythical power. But it's really awesome to just see all the Scabbards Zerg rush him and just absolutely fucking wreck him like they should. All the scabbards in their own rights are, like, around 3rd commander level is what I would like to believe, is what I would like to scale them at, around 3rd commander level, and this is just appropriate. And I was wanting this to happen against Jack, and I'm just so happy that it's finally happened against Orochi, and I feel like it's really appropriate.
Yeah, it's really cool, too, because, like, at the very, very, very beginning of this arc, before they were even on, like, Onigashima, before the Odin flashback even, I was, like, thinking to myself about, like, okay, who's gonna fight who, right? Like, what are the matchups gonna be? And I, like, had envisioned all of the scabbards fighting Orochi at once, right? And, like, this is literally, like, exactly how I had imagined it happening. Like, all of them cutting off a head at once, even though he's obviously still not
I don't know
dead.
how far back the OnePod podcasts go into the Wano arc, and, like, I think, like, I don't know, maybe we made them shortly. I feel like we made them, like, a little bit, like, a year after, or, like, at least 6 months after Orochi's introduction or something.
I know for a fact.
But for the longest time, people were really theorizing who would go and fight Orochi. I feel like you and me, if you go back in the OnePod podcast, probably theorized the scabbards would be taking care of him.
Yeah.
A lot of people were thinking, even before this arc even started, that Zoro wouldn't be fighting.
I've seen that.
Dude, those fucking idiots who said that Zoro wouldn't even be fighting like a 1st commander level character and that he would be fighting Orochi.
Yeah,
like, dude, I never thought that the Shogun was going to be that strong, dude. I never thought he was going to be that strong. I thought that Zoro would always, like, be able to destroy him. Like, that's, like, would be his level of strength. Like, Zoro would be able to easily dominate him in a sword fight. And Orochi claims to use a dual sword style, but he definitely just relies on his fruit. He's definitely not a sword user. And he gets destroyed here. It's really appropriate. And then if you go down here to the next panel, really epic, Fukuro Kujo says, "Oh, Orochi-sama," a really big, huge amount of shock on his face. "We don't have time to waste on the likes of you. You'll be judged in fucking hell." That is so hard.
Oh, yes.
Dude, Kinemon and Dendro sheathing their swords, walking away, not even looking at their demolished prey. Just say, "We don't have time to waste on the likes of you. You'll be judged in hell."
Because they don't.
That's hard as fuck. I cannot wait till that is animated. That is going to be so juiced up in the anime, and they're going to make it like an old, like, Bruce Lee anime, Bruce Lee, like, kung fu movie, I hope. Like, they're scaling the tower, and they just fucking ruthlessly beat the shit out of, like, an enemy, and they're like, "Yeah, you're fodder. We're going up." Upwards, dude. Like, we're done with this shit. "You wish to avenge him?" Fukuro Kujo says. He's like, "I'm surprised, Fukuro Kujo. You show such devotion to a dead fool. I can say the same thing about all of you. You were fated to clash before... We were fated to clash before we ever chose sides. You know that, Raizo." This is really awesome that we're going to see a ninja clash between... Dude, I can't wait to see what two ninja masters are capable of, what shinobi arts really are capable of in the One Piece world. Because at this point, we've literally seen him use shadow clones. We've seen him use a bunch of shit. I also think that we're going to find out, or it's going to be heavily implied, whether Raizo's ability is a devil fruit or not. I really want to find out. I would like to think it's a devil fruit. I think it would be really cool.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'd be cool if it was a devil fruit. But it's also would be cool as hell as if that's just, like, you know, something that anybody can learn to do. It's just the crazy, like, scroll shit he was using.
Dude, if that's a devil fruit, it's a really cool devil fruit. Like, that's a devil fruit that I would definitely, like, have... Like, if I ever did, like, a Build-A-Crew, like, I would definitely have that fruit on my crew, because that's a dope fruit by One Piece standards. Like, it's really well designed. Kaido, let's try a combined attack. Onigashima Rooftop. I wonder how many of the 5 will survive. Ha 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 ha. Trafalgar, can't you use your powers to send one of them away? I would have done it already if I could. Their hockey is too strong. I can't move them directly, which this is so
very
fucking...
big.
This is big. This is big that we are getting... that we're getting that we're getting
Confirmation.
parameters, like we're getting confirmation parameters to how this bullshit fruit works, and it is being nerfed even.
Not even this fruit specifically. I would say that this is more so a confirmation that, like, I feel like just with devil fruits in general, if you have a strong enough hockey, you can just kind of say no.
Yeah, dude.
For example, with like Sugar's Hobby
dude.
No,
Yes.
This literally nerfs that fruit into the ground with this. Because
like,
now
dude,
we know...
I've long theorized that, like, if your will is stronger and you're just like a stronger person, that it doesn't, like, you'll probably negate the bullshit fruit powers.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sugar's fruit. There are some others like Moria's fruit. And then Law's fruit, yeah. Just like hockey really works that way, I guess. Their hockey's too strong. I can't move them directly. Fine. We'll just tear them apart. It's really cool, though, that we're getting a confirmation for something like this right here.
Yeah.
Even if it is just Law's fruit and this doesn't expand to other fruits, it's still a really important thing, like, that we're getting confirmation like this. Because the vagueness of Law's fruit has been something that's, a very discussed topic. Why can't Law just do this? There's such a big plot hole. Why can't Law just move any of these characters just into the water and just defeat them? You know what I mean? Why couldn't he have just done it with Doflamingo? Sorry, I had a stroke right there trying to say Dofi's name. But yeah, Eustace Kid, again, says, fine, we'll just tear them apart. Luffy, it's really cool that we're back to the rooftop again, by the way.
Yeah,
Luffy says, heads up, they're going to do something big. I hope you could still swing that thing, Hag. Who do you think you're talking to, brat? And now, here's what I'll say before we scroll down and we get into the following panels, but this chapter, me and Dylan both agree already that it made me appreciate the dragon hybrid form a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing it in action.
Like, yeah, seeing him do shit.
Yeah, so actually seeing it do shit. Zoro, with a really surprised look on his face, he says, this is insane. Kaido swings. Big Mom swings. Killer says, we won't be able to dodge. And they say, ocean sovereignty. So, Big Mom's normal attack is like, what is it? Okiku sovereignty?
It's like Ikaku, I think.
Yeah. It's like Okiku or Ikaku sovereignty. It's the giant swing. And, Kaido's normal signature attack is the... Dylan, do you remember?
Thunder Bagua.
The Thunder Bagua. So, it doesn't really... It's not the Thunder Bagua Ikaku sovereignty mashup. It's ocean sovereignty, and it's probably called ocean sovereignty because it's the sovereignty wave, but it's a combined fucking Yonko combat wave that's literally the size of like an ocean tsunami, dude. This is how big this energy attack is. This is insane. This is like some Dragon Ball level shit. I'm actually really impressed with the level of power that these two
agree.
Combined are able to do. That is crazy fucking awesome. Yeah. Also, Kaido's tail is really awesome and long. But go ahead, Dylan.
I was just gonna say, like, with what we see from Kaido this chapter, it's like, I feel like we're actually starting to see, like, a Yonko, like, actually try a little.
Dude.
Like, actually start to go ham a little, like, this chapter when he goes into his, like, a hybrid form.
Yeah, dude.
And starts dicking on Luffy a little bit.
This is their prime form. This is gotta be their final form. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Their prime level shit coming out here. And then, Kaido and Big Mom are now the ones who are alarmed. You can see right here in the top left, a big giant fucking shockwave that's erupting. Like, this is a huge energy blast. They're both surprised. They say, "Nani?" They say, "What?" And dude, these panels, these action panels are so well illustrated. Look at all the kanji that's popping out like everywhere. Mm-hmm. They say, "All of you run!" Zoro. He says, "All of you run." And they say, "Zoro." Luffy says, "Zoro." He's like, "We can't let them wipe us out yet." And dude, just like crazy fucking amount of energy. Like Zoro is now a silhouette. There's so much energy coming towards him. There's so much light. Just look at all the light reflecting on all these characters. The shadow on Zoro's face, dude. It's all on Zoro, dude. Kid, Luffy, Law, Killer, Zoro. Dude, look at the light reflecting on them, dude. Like, look at how big this energy blast is. And then just the aftermath of it is insane. Look at how big it is. Like, it's the Skull Island is massive. The Skull Island is massive, dude.
In this, like, the aftermath, like, you know, what gets released is, like, literally almost as big as the entire fucking island.
Dude, like, this is like a Dragon Ball scene. Like, this is really fucking awesome. This is, like, I'm so happy that this is, like, One Piece strength. I'm very comfortable with One Piece strength and how it is being portrayed right now. It's nothing... It's so appropriate. It's so well done, you know? It's not like... It doesn't go from, like, Naruto jumping around in trees and using substitution jutsu to using, like, energy balls and going FTL. Like, you know what I mean? It's just right. It's so just right. Like, this is what two of the strongest characters together should be able to achieve in one move. Like, this is really good. The aftermath of it really looks like a panel out of fucking Dragon Ball. It looks sick with the kanji, and just the rocks and the mist and the smoke. I can still sense their voices. Impressive. They managed to get away. Is Kaido saying that he could sense their voices, meaning that he could, like, use the voice of all things, or is that, like, a hockey thing?
I feel like it's probably just a hockey thing.
But it's weird that he says voices.
And it
is
also
that, like,
is
a
weird how it's, like, in bold there, too. Like, how it's being...
It says voices.
There's more, like, attention being drawn to it. But I don't know.
But you could use the... You know, he definitely doesn't have the voice of all things, because, like, obviously, that's, like, what characters who are pure of heart, who are, like, main characters are capable of. Zoro, yeah, are you still with us? Barely! Ugh. Not bad. Your block just bought us some time. Where's Straw Hat? Zoro tanked that, bro.
He tanked it.
He tanked it.
And then...
He is such a loyal guy. He took
really
one for the fucking team.
Like, dude, if he had, like, stayed there and that attack had, like, actually gotten him, like, really gotten him, right? Like, dude, he would have gotten really fucked up by that. Even though it's Zoro, like, this is a combo attack from 2 Yonko, like, he would have gotten fucked by that shit.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care about anything else besides, like, okay, I'm the one that has to do this. I have to block it and save
Nobody else
ass.
is about to.
Huh?
Nobody else is about to. They were just about
and so
to
he
just
goes up and
it.
steps up to the plate and tanks it.
That's why Zoro's fucking hard, dude. Like, dude, he's doing so much in this fight, bro. He's doing so much in this fight. Think of how many attacks he's blocked already.
It's insane.
Oda's such a great writer. He's such a great writer, bro. Luffy, taking the opportunity to rebound. He's pissed.
He's really pissed.
Really fucking pissed. Awesome panel of his fist outstretched and the, you know, the fuck you hockey building up. Gomu Gomu no. Red. And then he punches. And then he smiles. He grins. He says, "Shishi. Why are you dodging, Kaido? Is it because it would hurt?" And it's really awesome seeing these scenes of just, like, how, like, small Luffy is compared to Kaido, dude. Like, he's, like, literally the size of Kaido's head. And him just smiling at Kaido.
He's,
like as he's soaring over his face. It's really awesome.
He's, like, in the middle of, like, you know, a fight against 2 Yonko, and he's just smiling and geeked and proud that, like, he can actually hurt this dude. It's great.
I really am loving this fight. It's a great fight.
It
is really great. Puts fucking Dressrosa to shame how great this fight is. Why are you dodging, Kaido? Is it because it would hurt? And then he flies over Kaido. Kaido gets the backswing. Luffy then defends himself with some armament hockey on his hands. And then a fucking amazing panel that really makes the hybrid form shine. It really does. Look at this panel. You get to see the dragon scales and his tattoos. And Luffy being shot away. It's just really well illustrated. go down. Luffy, it's a similar reaction to what happened when Luffy fought Katakuri and fought against his block Mochi.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's almost like hot, like burning. So there's got to be some level of hockey where it's just like really powerful force hockey. It's not like a way that you project hockey, but instead it's just a level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a power level Luffy has yet to unlock, maybe. I think, right? I don't think he has like the burn hockey. Or maybe that's just a symptom of when somebody's hockey is just way stronger than yours.
I think it's just a symptom of when like somebody's hockey is just like immensely stronger than yours. Is that you just?
That's probably what it is. Like yeah. Actually, that's what I'm going with now, Dylan. That's just a symptom of when somebody's hockey is vastly superior to your own, but you can still use hockey. This is a really awesome.
I was gonna say this is
panel of him like charging up in his hybrid form. That's amazing. That's kind of amazing.
Mouth just wide open, just fucking shoots a goddamn laser out of it.
Like, I'm sorry, but that's kind of amazing to me.
It is very amazing.
Luffy blocking the laser. Him jumping into the sky, probably really, really, really fucking fast, by the way, with that long-ass tail just slithering. Kaido is super fast. I cannot even imagine how fast he is in his dragon form. It is probably frightening. Kaido, with the menacing JoJo coming out the tail right now, he says, 3 realms. And then he goes, Luffy, looking up above. Oh my god, dude, this is insane.
Yeah.
3 realms. Ragnarok. And then he just fucking slams down. He spins his club up in the air, and he slams down, and he looks like the devil himself, dude.
Yes.
He looks like the fucking devil himself.
These panels right here are what really made me like the hybrid form just that much more. Are these ones right here. Or he, like, jumps up in the air, spins his club, and just swings it down.
It looks so good. The way he utilizes it, it really is graceful, the way that that Oda is illustrating this. It looks amazing.
And something
it is a 10 out of 10. It is a really good illustration.
Yeah, something I'd like to point out as well is that he is just pulling off these attacks just one after the other. Like, there's no break for Luffy. It's just going.
They're relentless.
Going.
Dude, I cannot even... Mercy. Dude, think about it. Think about it. The admirals pitted against each other can fight for 3 days straight. It's scary how much a Yonko has in their prime, probably, of energy reserves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, this fight is going to go on for a long time. Like, we still have all the other individual fights to get through. This fight is going to go on for a long time. It's crazy. I can't even fathom how they're going to beat them at this point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, It's
looking like
someone's
the gap just it's just like bro, Luffy gets the power up finally. Luffy can hurt them, but at the same time it's like, dude, they just widened the gap so much further because this is like really like their prime power. Like, this is their final form. This might not even be their final form, dude. Like, we haven't seen them pissed. Put up against the wall at all.
If it is or if it's not, because, you know, I just continue to be
dude, it's definitely not even down. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is not even their final form, and right now it's like the gap is so big. It's scary.
Mm-hmm.
They've just widened it. And they're already so tired. You can see right here in the next panel, Zoro says, huff, huff. And then, this is really cool. I did not expect this weird shit. There's like a floating mechanism. It's a cube of trash. Big Mom says, Eustace Kid says, it's ready. Law uses his devil fruit power and says, room, and shambles it. It's like, what are they up to? Wah? Zeus? Wah, it's so dark in here. Where am I? They trap Zeus in the trash cube. Killer says, ready? Aurora Noah? And Zoro says, I'll have to be, and he really does have to be. And Zoro fucking cuts Prometheus in half, and Killer keeps the sword occupied, is what he does. Zoro does a really awesome Kinemon slash attack because he basically just stole Kinemon's move. It was for the longest time I thought that he was going to be taught it by Kinemon, but then there was that really awesome reveal chapter when Zoro was just like, yeah, I stole it.
Yeah, I just learned this shit.
Big Mom says, wah, you're not allowed to reform. So Zoro just keeps on cutting him. Says, flame slice, crossroads of the 6 paths. And he just keeps on cutting the fuck out of Prometheus.
Into like little strips.
Killer is now keeping the sword busy, which, you know, that's a feat that I would like to see. That's a good feat for Killer, you know, fighting the sword. Yeah, stop that. I'm just a normal sword. You nitwits! Mama, save us! And then, Kid says, punk, pistols. Do you whelps really think getting rid of them would allow you to beat me? And this is really fucking awesome, dude, because, like, Big Mom's is impenetrable by, like, literally anything unless she's, like, in some state of vulnerability. So you can try stabbing her, do whatever you want. These giant harpoons are nothing to her. They're literally bouncing off. As you can see in this panel, they are hilariously these giant metal harpoons that would murder 10 people easily. Go through 10 people like butter. They're bouncing off of Big Mom. Hilariously. Big Mom is so... This is what I like to see from Big Mom. Like, Big Mom just shouldn't give a fuck. She should just march towards her enemies, pick them up, and crush them like a grape. She walks towards Eustace Kid and just takes him by the face. Just punches him right in the fucking
Pounds
face.
him into the ground.
He is a pancake down in the ground. And she's like, And he says, repel. And I don't know what he repels. He repels the harpoons, doesn't he?
I'm pretty sure.
It's the harpoons, the trash, maybe some metal she's wearing.
I think
the
it's
metal
just a combination of all the metal that's like probably pressed up against her right now.
Yeah. So he is actually pushing her away with the power of, you know, electromagnetism. He's utilizing the electromagnetic to push her away. Law uses tact to send a giant rock, you know, at least 10 times the size of Big Mom, towards Big Mom to push her away. Big Mom says, you numbskulls, what's the point of hitting me with a boulder? Huh? And then, curses! There's nothing but ocean below. Zeus, help! Big Mom is falling towards the fucking ocean, dude. Zeus is caught in the fucking box. Zeus cannot save you now. Is that Zoro right there? He is coughing up blood. He is rather fucked.
He is rather fucked.
Somebody get this man a senzu bean, please. It's time for you to drop out. Big Mom hurtles towards the surface. Dude, Zoro's not looking too good, dude.
He isn't. I mean, he did just kind of tank a combination attack from 2 Yonko.
Yeah, so the only thing I see left is that Luffy is going to fight Kaido one-on-one now that Big Mom is going to fall in the ocean.
And obviously, as well, Big Mom obviously is going to come back somehow. Like,
yeah.
It's plain as day. There's no questions about it. How she does that, though, is...
Dude, there's not ocean below, dude. There's not ocean below, is there?
I'm not sure if there
because
is or
they're flying to the fucking flower capital, so there's not ocean below. They haven't looked towards the bottom. She's going to fall on the land. She's not going to fall in the fucking ocean, bro. She's going to fall in a river or something. She's going to come back up. She's just going to fall on land. Nowhere in this chapter did they look below the island or, like, show that the island was above water. Let me go to that panel where they show the island and the energy. Yeah. At no point do they show what's below the island, that there's ocean below. Big Mom says there's nothing but ocean below, but she's a fucking idiot. She's poo brain. She's not even looking below her. Do you know what I mean? She doesn't know for a fact that there's nothing but ocean below. There's definitely fucking not. I don't even think the fighters above know that there's ocean below. This whole time they've been flying towards the flower capital. So you think they wouldn't be to the mainland by now? Like, that's a little bit crazy, you know? I just think that she's going to land in Wano, and that she's going to make her way back up to the island maybe once it's dropped in the Flower Capital, because I believe now that it is floating towards the Flower Capital that it is going to drop there.
You don't think that they're going to
stop it from dropping there?
You think it's just going to straight up drop right on the Flower Capital?
It's maybe not on top of it, Dylan, but it is going to drop like somewhere around it, or maybe it's going to drop in Curry. Those are the only two spots that I could think of.
Well, either way, it's going to have to drop at some point, because eventually Kaido will get, beaten, and he'll have to stop holding it up, because he is the whole reason why it's flying right now.
Yeah.
So obviously it's going to drop at some point.
I feel like Kaido's going to get beat up, and then while he's not going to be defeated, but he's going to lose concentration, and then the island is going to fall in the climax of the battle, and it's going to land in either Curry or around the Flower Capital and cause large destruction. That's my guess off the top of my head. Mm-hmm. But anyways, that is the end of the chapter right there. If you scroll down to the bottom, there's a color spread.
Yeah.
It looks really fucking amazing. I'll put it in the video. I'll put it in the OnePod. It looks really awesome. And those are accurate colors too for Orochi, I'm pretty sure, from like the I cannot wait to see this in animated, dude. Like,
it's gonna be crazy.
As much as I love reading the manga and being ahead of the casual anime watchers, dude, this is gonna be so much more fun to view in an anime format, and you know it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, reading it in the manga for the first time is really always fun, but because manga, maybe people will get salty at me for saying this, it's not as expressive as a format, it's not as animated, you can't really bring it to life. It is limited. Limits your imagination a little bit.
True.
In the anime,
I was actually thinking about this the other day.
You get to see everything. You get to see how the characters actually move. You get to visualize it in some way. Mm-hmm. And, it's a lot more fun that way. But sometimes the manga is just superior. Like in Berserk's case. But yeah, Dylan, what do you rate that chapter? I definitely give that chapter a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I told you when I first read this, but I give this one a 9.5 out of 10. I like
9.5?
Yeah.
I give this one this one has definitely earned a 9 out of me. I'm definitely having the 9.5 to 10s, like, those are going to be really hard to get from you. I'd give this one a 9. Like, it is a 9 chapter.
Like, for me personally, this has been my favorite chapter on the roof so far, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a really good one, but honestly, there has been stuff in previous chapters that I was more surprised by. Mm-hmm. But honestly, that the Three Realms Ragnarok is actually what I've been waiting my whole entire life to see. If we're gonna be honest, the Three Realms Ragnarok is definitely what I'm going to make like the thumbnail of this video. It's probably one of the most epic things I've seen in a while. Like, he looks like the Devil Man from the Boo arc that I'm watching right now. Like, he looks so awesome. Like, Kaido really looks like the devil. He looks insane. He looks so intimidating and scary. I think it just, bro, like, did they change the dragon form a little bit between this chapter and last chapter? Because this chapter looks so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just us, like, actually seeing it do stuff.
It's in action, dude.
Yeah. But
oh my gosh.
I was never upset with the dragon form before. I was content, but this did make me like it.
There was points when I was underwhelmed with the dragon form. Upon reveal. But yeah, I'd definitely give that chapter a 9 out of 10. Anything else you would like to share? Any predictions you would like to make?
Nope. Not really.
All right. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching another OnePod podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like on the video. If you're enjoying the content that you see on the channel, I'd be very flattered if you were to subscribe. Thank you so much to my lovely friend and co-host Dylan for being here. And thank you guys so much for watching. We are going to have to see you in the next one. Peace.